my godmother. So from the time I was born, she was a major figure in my life. Always supportive. I mean, really just like another mother or grandmother figure. All the way up through high school. She went home to be with the Lord my senior year of high school, just in time to see me preach my first sermon. I'm a pastor now, and I owe a lot of who I am for the foundation she laid for me.
I met Miss Chisholm. When I first met her, we worked together at Peace Incorporated. She was one of our community development directors here at Peace Incorporated. There were so many of them: Myrtle McBride, Mary Bonner, Earl Irons, Marion Washington. And so I got to know her by working with her. Then it came to find out I joined the same church she belonged to. So we belong to Greater New Testament Missionary Baptist Church under Pastor Sherman Cummings. And then we got to know each other pretty well. I had 2 daughters, and my mother was dead. So, and I go, so my kids don't have a grandparent. And she goes, well, I'll be their grandmother. So, you know, she just took it upon herself to do that. And come to their graduations, and any event that they did, she would show up to it. She was a very fine lady. We love her, we missed her, and that's all I can say about her. She was God-fearing.
Well, Vi was a big sister to me. I had attended the March on Washington in 1963 with Dr. King, and I came back to Syracuse looking around for something to do. I was 18 at the time, 17 when I was marching with Dr. King, and I came back and they just started up Crusade for Opportunity, and I walked into the Crusade at one of the Crusade neighborhood centers, and Vi was the first person to greet me, and I said, hi, I'm Frank, and I'd like to help, and hopefully I can make a difference. And she said, it's not too late to turn back. And I said, no, I think I'm in the right place. And she said, well, if you're in the right place, then have a seat, because where you sit is where you stand. And so right away, she accepted me, took me under her wing. She was a mentor. We marched together, we prayed together, we worshiped together, we cried together, we laughed together, we sang together. I mean, she was everything to me. She was a Wakanda warrior princess before, you know, the movie came out, man. I mean, she was the real deal. She was fierce, she was brave, she was courageous, she was funny. She guided me, and she looked out for me. And I loved her, and you know, she really gave me an education and a friendship that's lasted my whole life, and lessons that I hope have stayed with me my whole life. I love her. I love you, Viola.
Vi meant so much to me, being that she was my godmother, and she just was really an inspiration to me. My brother was starting a church. He needed a location to have church, and she opened the doors to this place, in this basement, this location, for us to start our church back in 2003. And we were here probably up to 2006, thanks to her and the wonderful, beautiful heart that God had given her to love people. But I've been knowing her all my life. And I'm just grateful to have had an opportunity to be a part of her life and her legacy that she left.
Mom mean everything to me. And she just took me as one of her kids. At New Testament, we all got together. She sang. I got some old songs that she sung, and just been inspiration to me completely. You know, more ditto to her, love and peace, happiness to her family. I guess that's it.
All right, thank you, Rich. So just there's some names that you hear in this community over the generations that when you hear those names, it evokes community, commitment. It was her name and other people like her that made me want to do what I'm doing and what I've been doing for 30 years, her wisdom, her legacy. I'm so glad that we're here honoring her and the legacy of who she is. And this building continues to do the work that she committed so much of her life to. So it's only fitting that she is honored.
Vi was an incredible woman, and she really looked out in my younger years. She was a motivation for not only young girls, but for us as gentlemen, because she provided a mother figure as well as the professionalism that was needed when she was the director of many of our programs. And she was a true advocate. She was the type of person that never held her tongue. When the truth was needed to be told, she was the type of woman to tell it. And the compassion that she'd always show to not only the children, the teenagers, but throughout our community. And we really miss her. And I just hope that this is a shining example of when you do hard work, things will come back and help you in your later years.
I'm here to celebrate my Aunt Vi. She was one of my favorite aunts, and she has such a heart of gold. My daughter even remembers her as Grandma. So she's a family member, and she is an activist. She was an activist.
I remember her sewing and making clothes. We would go up and with my mom to visit with her, and she was a beautiful person. She was creative, she was intelligent, she was wise, she was encouraging, and even the young people enjoyed spending time with her. And I really loved her, and I miss her. So it's a privilege and an honor to be here with her. Yeah.
I'm Dave Sharon. I'm president of the board of Peace Incorporated. And Vi was here long before I ever became involved in the organization. But this is a testament to the work that she did, that many years after she's no longer with the center, that there was a grassroots effort to come and name the center after her. And when the momentum gained strength and they approached the board and the agency, were more than happy to do it and recognize her. And it's a testament to her after all these years that people still remember the good work that she did.